Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how I'm making the rocket motors. So the first thing you're gonna make is the nozzle. So as you've seen in my previous video, I use this case. So first install the paper tube into the case, install the spindle, okay, and then you're ready to start pressing the nozzle. For making the nozzle, I'm using plain kitty litter. This is a natural clay kitty litter. Some people mix it with wax or with the oil. I'm using the plain kitty litter. It's a granulated one. So I use these granules. This is just plain kitty litter as you can buy in a pet shop. Okay. For my motor rockets, I put 2 scoops of the natural clay. That's enough for a nozzle. Then install this pressing rod inside, and then put it into my press. Okay, we are ready to go. I think it's done. Release the pressure. We can remove some loose clay from inside, and the nozzle is done. Next step is pressing the propellant. So this is my propellant. I'm using the granulated propellant. I made it by just forcing the wet mix through a, I think, 6 mesh grid. Yeah, if just the fine powder used as a propellant, that would also work, but using the granulated one, you just reduce the amount of dust you breathe in. Just put your propellant inside. And press it. I typically press it up to 2000 psi using the pressure gauge. I typically keep it under pressure for a couple of seconds, maybe 5 seconds. There is no reason for waiting a longer time. If I see the pressure on the gauge is stable, not going down. This means the fuel is consolidated to a rock solid shape. That's enough. Then add more fuel. Add more and more fuel until the internal tapered rod is fully covered with the fuel. After one more portion of the propellant being pressed, I think we are ready to add the delay composition now. So the internal tapered rod is fully covered with the existing propellant. So time to add a delay. This delay is not granulated, so it's a very fine powder that is very dusty. I have to be careful with it. And here I use this rubber ring to keep all the dust inside the case. And I'm gonna add a little more delay. Yeah, so the delay is done. Now it's time to make a bulkhead. There is a trick in making the bulkhead with a fire hole. I learned this trick in one video. I do not remember who invented it, but look, here I use a tapered pin and put it like this. Then what I need to do is to add some clay around the pin, right, and press it using the same pressing rod with a hole. I'm removing the excessive amount of clay. Yeah, and that's it. You need 2 pliers to get it out. Yeah, here is a nice hole in a bulkhead. This hole can be cleared with using an old drill bit like this. Some people do not make this hole, just do not make the hole in a bulkhead. They just make a bulkhead without a hole and then just drill it all the way through. Yeah, but I prefer making it like this. Yeah, this is a bulkhead with a fire pass. And finally, when the bulkhead is ready, now we can get the motor out of the case. Yeah, it holds pretty tight. Yeah, and here it is. This is the nozzle done. This is the bulkhead. Yeah, it's almost ready to fly.